All right, I've got something really wild for you today. I came across this blueprint for something called the Solarpunk Rave Opera. And trust me, it's not just another party. It's an entire experience that's been engineered from the ground up to, well, to build a whole new kind of future. So the whole concept really kicks off with this one powerful question. What if the dance floor wasn't just a place you go to forget about the world for a few hours? What if it was a place where you could actually start building a new one? That idea right there is the spark for this entire project. So this is about totally reimagining the rave itself. This isn't just, a party with a cool theme. The blueprint details this incredibly meticulous experience. It's taking real principles from social psychology and storytelling and wrapping them all up in what just feels like one amazing magical night. And the name itself, Solarpunk Rave Opera, it totally reframes the whole experience, doesn't it? The dance floor becomes a temple. The bass drops, those are arias. Even the memes get treated like sermons. The whole point is to use these cultural tools we already know and love to build a modern kind of ritual. And this right here, this is the secret sauce. This quote is the core principle. Every single moment, every beat, every flash of light is engineered to create a very specific emotional effect and guide the crowd. But for you, on the dance floor, the goal is for it to feel like pure, unexplainable magic. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this engineered magic actually work? Well, the blueprint lays out a super specific plan to turn a crowd of individual spectators into a single tribe of active participants. The whole event is structured just like a great story. It actually follows Joseph Campbell's famous hero's journey. So you've got 3 acts. First, the threshold crossing, which is how you enter the space. Then, invitation and integration, where the tribe all comes together. And finally, the peaceful warrior, which is the huge emotional peak of the night. And this really gets to a fundamental shift in purpose. A traditional rave is often about consuming music, lights, and experiences. But this model, it's designed for co-creation. The goal is to make the crowd just as important as the DJ in creating the vibe. So how do they do that? Interactivity is literally built into the night using what they call instruments of magic. So, for example, incense is used to cleanse and sanctify the space. Tarot cards might set the whole theme for the night's journey. And get this, dice could be used to let the crowd collectively decide on what song gets played next. Now, every great ritual needs a centerpiece, right? That one signature moment that everyone remembers and shares. For the Solarpunk Rave Opera, that moment is called the One Mind Wave. Wait for it. Get ready. Now. The mechanics here are just brilliant, designed for maximum participation. First, everyone's phone flashlights turn on. Then, the DJ literally conducts a wave of darkness, with people turning off their lights as the DJ's hands pass over them. This builds into a huge countdown chant, and it all culminates in a massive, synchronized explosion of light and sound right on the beat drop. And the intended effect is captured perfectly in their tagline. This ritual is meant to be way more than just a cool visual trick. It's a method for turning thousands of individuals into a single, unified organism, all feeling the same thing at the same time. But here's where things get really ambitious. The vision in this blueprint goes way, way beyond a single party. The entire ritual is designed to serve a much grander quest, a world-building mission that's funded by the event itself. It all starts with a simple QR code on the DJ altar, and every single donation, even if it's just $1, is designed to have a real-time, visible impact on the ritual happening right then and there. So think about it. A donation isn't just a tip anymore. It's a game mechanic. A $1 donation might unlock a dice roll for the crowd. A bigger one could trigger a tarot pull that actually influences the music. It turns financial support into a kind of active, playful participation. It's genius. And this reveals the ultimate purpose of all that fundraising. The art displayed around the QR code, it shows a concept for a real-life solar punk settlement. The message is crystal clear. You're not just funding the party, you're funding the dream of a new civilization. The entire concept is also built to grow, designed to scale up in 5 distinct tiers. It starts small with street alchemy in public spaces, moves up through community events, and cinematic sets, and has its sights set all the way on the global stage at the world's biggest festivals. So what does winning even look like for a quest this epic? What's the end goal? Well, the blueprint defines ultimate victory with 3 very clear and honestly very audacious made it moments. And they call it the Triforce, which is just awesome. First, the Festival Crown, headlining the main stage at Tomorrowland. Second, the Mainstream Spell, a collaboration with a global pop superstar like Ariana Grande. And finally, the Digital Throne, landing a signature event inside a massive metaverse like Fortnite. So ultimately, the Solarpunk Rave Opera is positioned as so much more than a party. It's a platform for actually trying to build a new world, one beat at a time. The whole thing is framed as this big, open-ended journey, a quest, and it leaves you with a question, really. Can a party actually be the foundation for a new civilization?